And welcome back to Taper John. How's everybody doing? Here I am. Today's topic is going to be microphone polarity. Polarity. The polar patterns that the microphone will pick up in. What, you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? Well, don't feel bad. There was times where I didn't know what I was talking about either. So, let's bring up a little picture for you. Alright. So, the upper left-hand corner is an omnidirectional mic. It will pick up everything around me in a 360 full circle. So, if I went like this with a lighter, you would hear that way back there. You would hear behind my microphone. Okay, so it's 360. Full circle. That's omni. So we don't need to really discuss that. Field recording, we don't really use it. It's very, very, very rare that we will use an omnidirectional mic in field recording. I call it a figure 8 pattern, but it's the upper right hand pattern. It looks like two cardioids. I know, we didn't get to the cardioids yet. Don't worry about that. We'll get there. The upper right hand side, the figure 8 bidirectional, will be a pair of cardioid microphones. And it's mostly common from using side to side instead of going this way and behind. It's actually more common going left and right. So just twist that around a little bit, and that's probably be more accurate for a figure 8 recording. I use it on very rare occasions. I have used it. It's not bad. It's a good style, but at the same time, we can get better. So it's not a bad, but it's also going to be common with the middle row cardioid pattern. So that's a whole different subject. We'll just skip that for another video. But the middle row, left hand side, is the cardioid pattern. It kind of looks like a pair of butt cheeks. For real field recording, it's a good thing to a degree, depending on your venue size. You know, most people do use the cardioids, but like you said, it comes out from your side and it goes forward. You're still going to hear pick stuff from your side. So these are decent. They're most commonly used. And they're okay. They really are okay. But depending on the crowd, depending on your crowd venue size, that might be just a tad overkill. My opinions, from my experiences. So anything from your arms stretched out to the front of you would be a cardioid pattern. This is a cardioid pattern. See how that matches up with the middle row left? This is a cardioid, so this will stick out, and that would pick up everything from this side forward. So I come around, do a great big heart shape. This is the cardioid. Now if you see the supercardioid middle row to the right, that's the supercardioid. And you notice it picks up behind me as well. It's got a smaller range behind me, but it still picks up a little bit behind you. The hyper cardioid does the same thing, but it picks up a little bit more behind you. Not much, but still picks up a little bit more than what the super cardioid would. Ultra cardioid is almost the equivalent to a shotgun microphone. It's more directional. That is currently what I am using right now. And that's what I'm using right here. Here's the other example of it. So this will pick up at a longer distance, and it's more precise. You notice that it has a little bit of set of wings coming off onto the side, and it has some coming off in the back. Those can be very bad. But what I would recommend, you choose your basic kind of microphone, go from there, and check out each manufacturer, because I got the Sennheiser. This is kind of considered a super cardioid because it has a little bit of a reverse cardioid. Just a little, you can barely see it. Okay. But it has nothing coming off onto the sides like the ultra cardioid does. So that's something you always want to pay attention to when you are buying your microphones. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're field recording like we are, you want the best directional mic. You want less crowd, you want to eliminate your polar patterns. That's what these are for. Like I said, this is a shotgun. I'm speaking right into the mic. But you also notice that I'm being picked up really great here. Just as clear. And slightly different over here on the side. And this is, like I said, a shotgun mic. So, this is a quick polar pattern for your microphones. And remember, keep in mind also that these are for field recording. These are actually going out. Now, if you are doing a studio thing where you actually want sound to come into the mic and you're actually doing like interviews, voice into, then you actually might want to get a reverse. I call it an interview type mic, but the patterns would be reversed. So instead of going out, they would be coming in. So for example, the cardioid would be totally upside down. So if you follow me on Taper John here, you know what I do for a hobby. So if you haven't subscribed, I suggest you do subscribe, because you never know when I do go live. And I always like sharing the music. Let the music fill the air. So subscribe. There's more information as well coming on with this. I'm leaving the screen up, but I'm taking it off now. So, subscribe, more to come, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.